So here we have the top view, we have the front view, and we're trying to find the end view. So the right side of the top view is going to be the end view, so this side right here. And if you look halfway down the big rectangle, you will see that there is nothing on the first half of it. So now if you look at the answer choices, you know from the end view you shouldn't see any kind of lines, dashed, or solid lines. So we look at A and we go through the first half and we see some lines, so it can't be A. Then we go to B, there's no line, so that's a choice. C, we see that little skinny rectangular box, so that can't be it. And D, we see that small square box, so D cannot be it. So B is our only answer choice left. So it has to be B. Once again, we are given the top view, the front view, and we are trying to find the end view. Once again, we go to the top view first, and we see that there shouldn't be a lot of lines on the first 2/3 of it. And I'm drawing another small line because there's a small dash line there that you can't see. So we should only see one other line in there. So in A, we see that one other line. B, we see one other line. C, we see two lines. In D, we see two lines. So it can't be C or D. So now we are looking at the differences between A and B, and we see that B has this little rectangular box within the long rectangle, and in A it doesn't, but the other box on the outside is a little longer. So now we look at the front view and we see that there is a small rectangular box and there's a little bit of distance between that solid line and the dotted rectangular box. You can see that small distance in B right there, and in A there isn't one, so the answer has to be B. So here we have the top view and the end view, and we're trying to find the front view. So on the left and right side, we can see we shouldn't have any lines for the first little bit of it. So we go to A and we see a line right there. So it can't be A. And when we go to B, okay, there's nothing right there, nothing right there. So it could be B. Nothing right there, nothing right there. It could be C. But D, we have a line right there, so it can't be D. So if we look at the top view, there's a long rectangular box. And that long rectangular box, if you look on the end view, is at the top. So it should be at the top for B or C. In B, we see the long rectangular box is on the bottom. And then C, we see the long rectangular box is on the top. So it has to be C since it's on the top and not the bottom. So here we are given the top view, the end view, and the front view. If you do it the method that I have been showing you, where you look and you see the first half shouldn't have any lines at all. If you look at the front view, no lines, so A is good. B, we see some lines, so it can't be B. C, we see some lines, and D, we see some lines. So it has to be A. And if you want to confirm it, you can look and you can see that long rectangular box sticking out is there in A. And you can see that the dashed lines are there for that section right there. So it's A. So here we are given the front view, the end view. We're trying to find the top view. So we always try to find where we shouldn't see lines. And right here, when we look at the top, we shouldn't see any lines down there. So we'll look at A and we don't see any lines, but the box is way too big. B, that's the right amount. C, that's the right amount. C, there's a dotted line right there across, and there shouldn't be any line, so it can't be D. And it wasn't A because the box was way too big, so it's between B and C. So now we see that long rectangular box, and if we draw a line, we should see from the top view there should be some kind of dashed line there, and we should see that long piece, because if you look at the end view, there's nothing above it. So in B, we see the dash line. In C, we don't see the dash line. And in B, it also has that long rectangular box. So it has to be B. This is the long rectangular box that I was talking about, which you can also see in the front view. So here we have the front view and the end view, and we're trying to find the top view. So on the left side, we're looking for that much space. On the right side, we're looking for that. For the top view, we shouldn't see any lines on that section. So A, we don't see any lines, so we're good. B, we don't see any lines, we're good. C, that's not long enough, so it can't be C because the width isn't the same as the front view. And in D, we don't see any of those lines, so D is also a choice. Usually you would eliminate two choices, but in this circumstance, it's only one. Something I recognized between the answer choices were A and D were a lot longer than B and C. So I'm looking at the end view and I see that the length should be about the width of that rectangular box, and in A, that's about the same. B, it's too small, so it can't be B. And in C, it couldn't be C, but we already marked it out. So it's between A and D now. Now looking between A and D, we need to find the differences. And I look at D and I see that there's a rectangular box right there fully connected. But in A, it's not fully connected and it's just all one piece on top. As in D, it's two separate pieces. So now we look at the front view to see what is the most superficial layer. And we would see that it's that little block right there, and it's all alone, and it's not a single piece. So since it's not a single piece, we know it's not A, and it has to be D. So D is the correct answer. I really hope you learned a lot from this video, and that the main thing to take away is look for where lines will not be, and that will help you eliminate at least one or two choices, and the rest is up to you. Please subscribe to the channel and follow the Facebook page. Thank you.